morning. We are here with Frank Künster and Smiley Baldwin, two of the three main characters of Berlin Bouncers, the film which was shown yesterday already.
The day before yesterday
and yesterday, so already two times. And so the film is a documentary about Berlin nightlife, but especially your life. So your life as a bouncer.
Ours and Sven's.
Yeah. So my first question is, why do you think that Berlin Bouncer became so popular among not just the Berlin people, but also like in the rest of Europe?
It is?
Yeah.
So much that you're doing it, you just made a film about it.
No, I think it's easy to explain because like everybody in the last 30 years looked on Berlin because we have this special nightlife, you know. And so like Sven, Smiley and me had the chance to get into this iconic place because everybody looked at us and like all the people from Europe come to party because like Berlin is only famous for partying. We exposed us so long and so often, so yeah, whatever, the people were interested about our lives. And, for me it's good because it's fame and it's cool.
I would like to know a little bit more about your life. I know that you explained a lot during the film, but like what you were doing here in Berlin before the wall fell. So exactly what were your duties?
Well, I came here as a soldier. I was an American soldier, especially I was a military policeman. So I was a policeman.
Okay.
And the history it's very, in the modern history, there are not so many occupied cities.
You're American.
I'm American. There aren't that many occupied cities. So when you have, as a young military policeman, this job, to have this kind of job, it's like the top possibility that you could always have as a policeman, to be working in an occupied city. And with the history of Berlin and the history of after the World War and the wall and all this stuff, it was a very extreme and good place to be for an American soldier. The best, it sent the best here. So that's what I did here from 87 to 92.
And then you had to resign to stay here?
I just let my contract go out because I knew that if I'd stayed in the army, I would have had to leave Berlin.
Okay.
So I decided to stay and make my way within the waters of the city.
So I'm living here for 10 years this year. So, and I'm definitely, when I arrived, I just have the feeling that it was something else that I missed. And definitely now I can say to people who just arrived that Berlin is totally different from when I arrived. What's your feeling about Berlin today? So did it change in a way that you were expecting somehow, or did it change too much or not enough? I don't know. What's your opinion about it?
I think like changing is like a normal process from a metropolitan city, because like it's always people approaching the city and coming and expecting something, new life, whatever, new ideas. And so obviously nightlife has to change also. And like when I came here in 1989 and then the wall came down, like the nightlife, this was a special thing. There were no regulations. And this is why it's so special today, because something built up without regulations, and it made that why very special. And like after 10 years the regulation began to come, but we still had the space they built without the regulations. And so now we are in a normal regulated circumstances, but we defined the freedom wider than we could have defined in other places. And that's one of the main reasons why nightlife is special, more or different than other metropolitan circumstances. And it's also because it's more democratic. Because you still, when you go to Rome, Paris, London, New York, whatever, only very rich people can participate in like really cool nightlife. And like it's bad, and it's like, of course it's nightlife for not so rich people, but it's always very different from the nightlife from rich people. And here, there's no difference. That's the point. And it will keep it that way, so as long as possible, hopefully.